aging is nothing to fear, fight, or grudgingly accept. Aging is something to master. I took my first step towards age mastery among thousands of cherry blossoms. That year, I thought the trees were blooming just for me, because I had become a first-time mom at 44. And I loved it. I was just cuddled up on the couch with my newborn baby boy, so small and precious, his whole hand wrapped around the finger. And out of this divine moment, a thought arose that yanked me right out of my bliss. If my baby boy would wait as long as I did to become a parent, I'll be 88 when I become a grandmother. 88? By then, will I be changing my grandbaby's diapers or my own? Fast forward a few years, and the city was gorgeous, pretty, and pink again. This time, I stopped at the clinic to pick up the results of my mammogram. Hey, I smiled at my doctor. Everything's good, right? She looked up from my chart and said, Miss Gordon, I'm sorry I have to tell you have invasive breast cancer. At night, after a day where nothing made sense, I snuggled up on the couch with my son, Hunter, again. He was playing with my hair when finally my tears came. You okay, Mommy? He looked at me with his big blue eyes. He was 4 years old. He didn't know what cancer meant. But I could see he's scared because I was scared. So I did what many parents in this situation might do. I lied. I held him close and I said, Hunter, honey, Mommy's going to be okay. I'll be better than ever. I swear, I promise, I promise. And instantly his little face lit up because he believed me. He looked so happy and relieved, and all I could think was, how am I going to keep this promise to my child? And in that moment, in the depth of my despair, I swear I heard a voice defiantly say, watch me. And indeed, the very next day, the seasoned reporter in me took over. After decades in business journalism, interviewing high-powered CEOs and self-made billionaires on 2 continents, I knew how to research, and I went deep down the rabbit hole. I looked for literally thousands of hours for all I could find to overcome cancer, creating health and vitality, and the emerging science of longevity. Because remember, grandkids, I am on a mission. For my 100th birthday, I'm going to take all my grandkids to Vienna, Austria, where I grew up, and I'll be in such good shape that we're going to tour all the sites and eat the best Wiener Schnitzel this town has to offer. Then, one research-filled night, I discovered a concept I had never heard about, that you and I, we don't just have one age, we have 2 ages. The first one is our chronological age, evident by the number of candles on the birthday cake. That number goes up, no mercy. But the other age, the biological age, is the age of our tissues, of our cells. It tells us how slowly or quickly we are aging. And here's the kicker. Biological age is not fixed. Depending on lifestyle, it can go up or down. What? I distinctly remember from biology class that life is a one-way street. From cradle to coffin, downhill. And now they're telling me that the way I age is influenced by me personally. So yes, I was highly skeptical, yet intrigued at the same time. The reporter and me just needed solid, evidence-based science. And once I looked for scientific proof, I found more than I ever imagined. 3 findings changed my life. First, I discovered the hallmarks of aging. These are the true reasons why our bodies are aging, like damaged mitochondria or stem cell fatigue. They're exhausted, really, that's a thing. And we thought that these changes are permanent. But now scientists find out no, some of these changes can actually be slowed and reversed. Our bodies have built in pathways to repair, just waiting to be switched on. Secondly, I discovered UCLA scientist Steve Horvath, who in 2013 came up with the first way of measuring biological age. It's called the Horvath clock. And since then, we can measure, track, and see that we indeed can influence bioage. Third was the clincher for me. It was an Oxford study relating cancer to accelerated biological age, which, by the way, is true for all degenerative diseases. Heart disease, Alzheimer's, diabetes, all connected to aging. But think about the science that way. Think about your body as your house, your one true home. And in the middle, a big grandfather clock ticking away time. And like any house on the block, yours goes through wear and tear. The windows fog, the pipes clog, the roof leaks. And if nobody calls the repair crew, your house is going to deteriorate and that clock will speed up. And of course, you can hire a professional to just fix the outside, put on a new, beautiful, shiny paint on the facade of your house. These days, the colors have funny names. They're called Botox, fillers, microneedling. And from the curb, your house is going to look stunning. But the inside may still be in disarray. And pesky termites may be eating away at your foundation, and you don't even know it. But when you take really good care of the interior of your home and maintain it well, shore up the foundation, fix the wiring, oil that clock, then your house, even old houses, let's call them historic homes, can be remodeled and rejuvenated and restored to their former glory. Wow, all of a sudden, all my research made sense. The sea of information parted, and there it was, a clear path to age mastery. Because when we homeowners learn the skills to truly influence aging, then we can rejuvenate our houses, our bodies for longevity and optimal health. We can potentially lower the risk of any deadly diseases and, almost best of all, look and feel as if we're aging backwards. That's when I went all in. No prenup, no refund policy, burn the bridge. And for the first time in my life, I felt empowered about getting older. Because when aging is modifiable, the way we age becomes a choice. My choice, your choice. And because I had a few things stacked against me, middle-aged female, in perimenopause, with a cancer diagnosis, I gave myself 12 whole months with experimenting with aging in reverse and also to make true, long-lasting results. At the end of my year of getting younger, I took my very first biological age test. The result? I made a U-turn on my way to the coffin. I came in a decade younger, and it's been like this ever since. Right now, my body is as young as it was when I conceived my son, Hunter, by now 12 years ago. Maybe I should have another baby. Nah, I'm good. In hindsight, my journey with cancer put me on a trajectory of a longer, healthier, better life. And I'm thrilled to say that I've been cancer-free since my last surgery in 2018. And you may be thrilled to hear that influencing the way you age, getting biologically younger, may be simpler than you think. My research early pointed towards one very important fact. For starters, at the beginning, forget all the gazillion gimmicks and fads and biohacks. The true magic is in the basics, in the fundamentals. And it's also not about making drastic overnight changes. What moves the needle the most are small, tiny, consistent actions that you can take. Think of them as acts of love for yourself and for your body. So consider me your time machine, strap in. We have 3 stops on our journey to get younger with age. It all starts here and it ends here. First, mind. Watch what you think. A long-term Yale study showed that people who had an empowering take on getting older lived 7.5 years longer than those who were terrified of aging. 7.5 years. What we choose to believe about the next season of our life can extend our life or cut it short. Let's all choose wisely. Second, body. Your body does not have to be a ticking time bomb. It can be a healing machine. One study showed that people were able to lower their biological age by over 3 years in just 8 weeks, following a simple diet and lifestyle regimen. No needles, no magic pills or potions, but the fundamentals, the basics. Whole foods, sleep, movement, stress reduction, getting rid of toxins. The things we all know we should do, they actually work when we do them. The takeaway: if you treat your body like it wants to get younger, it often does, fast. To prove this to you today, I experimented on my own again. So 6 months ago, when I found out about this talk today, I purchased the first gym membership in just about 30 years. 3 months ago, I finally went for the first time. But look what I discovered. I swear to you, that was not there just a few short weeks ago. And finally, soul. This is your chance now to reconnect to that inner voice, the one that was drowned out by diapers, deadlines, doing everything for everybody else. What brings you joy? What lights you up? What is meaningful to you? Who do you want to spend your time with, really? Because Harvard already showed us that your deep connections to your friends, to the people that you love, and your purpose, big or small, these are not just things, nice things to have. These are also longevity boosters. Oh, and want the bonus? Even gallivanting around the world can lower your biological age. That's actually my favorite. Travel, yes, is a potent rejuvenator. So, for your 100th or your next birthday, Meet me in Vienna or anywhere else in the world. Let's enjoy the culture, the food, the nature together. Because joint joy and fun is also what the longevity doctor ordered. And if anybody should tell you that you are too old, too gray, that your ship has sailed, that it's too late for you to have crazy big dreams, want to get younger and younger, and achieve outrageous health again, then look them straight in the eye and tell them just these two words: watch me.